Hello, and welcome to Tweet the Leader in You podcast, where we chat about realistic leadership theories. On today's podcast, we're going to be talking about a topic of choice by our guests. And we don't know what we're going to talk about today, but hey, it's going to be an amazing conversation. But before we start, I would like to start with Afrocentric land acknowledgement. As people of African descent, we offer this land recognition in solidarity with the indigenous peoples of Turtle Island in efforts and deliberate intention towards decolonization. As people of African descent, we acknowledge the land of Turtle Island that sustains us, express deep gratitude to its indigenous peoples, and pledge to honor our dignity and divinity that ultimately connects us all. This conversation is going to be a topic of choice, and I don't know what we're going to talk about today. But Duffy has come to the table, into the hot seat, to bring us amazing. So I'm going to close my laptop because I'm looking forward to us having a conversation today. And Rex, how are you feeling?
Good, bro. I'm great to be back in studio again.
It's good to be back.
Honestly,
here,
so yeah, I'm happy. I can't wait to hear what he has to bring to the table and what is this topic about. So yeah.
Duffy, man, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Happy to be here and, just chop it up with you again. I always like talking to you, man. Meeting you has been blessed today, too.
Yes, for sure, Duffy. Same here.
Man.
Awesome, man. So, Duffy, hey, you have something to reveal to us, a topic that we're going to have a discussion. Hey, what's the big reveal?
Right, so the big
drum roll, please.
The big reveal is, my question for you guys is basically a conversation about consistency, but mainly starting with what does consistency mean to you guys in the aspect of the previous episode we did where showing up all the time for your mental health, so that's a consistent aspect, but also even with the work, because you doing this podcast, you told me you've been doing it pretty consistent for 3 years now. I just met you told me about your career endeavors, so I feel like all of us could kind of talk about it and just show our understanding of it and how it can help other people. Because I feel like it can help in almost anything you do in life.
For sure.
Right?
Wow, consistency. I love that topic.
I do.
It gave me a aha moment. And when I think about consistency, I think about the words actually that my producer said to me before starting this podcast. He said, consistency comes with commitment. And I feel that is a recipe of what require us to do more for this podcast is to have the commitment in order for us to move, in order for you to get things done and know that you're passionate about it, which is so important. And so consistency means to me commitment, the time commitment that you put into that, and also how do you keep that passion afloat?
Right.
Sometimes. I don't think there was a day where I feel like I didn't want to wake up. I didn't feel like I didn't want to do the episodes. I don't think there was a day where I didn't feel like I didn't want to show up or I didn't want to come to the team or I didn't. But I felt like there was a bit of discouragement, of course, when you have a different flow of people shifting and changing in that consistency flow. But at the end of the day, that motivated me to shift the platform into different areas. It motivated me to talk to my producer on different ideas that we can actually strategize. I always try to keep the consistent communication, which is important, and I try to keep that line open with him and just to ask him, say, hey, what do you think about this idea? Because sometimes the consistency is important, but not bringing too much crazy ideas into that, keeping that flow. Because I have so much crazy ideas that I want to do. But at the end of the day, you want to be balanced with that consistent and not overstressing yourself as to what you can do.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so for me, Duffy, this is a great topic, man.
I'm glad y'all like it, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for thinking outside of the box for sure. But consistency just means being focused. Being focused in whatever that you're doing. For example, for me in my workplace, in the workplace, you have to be focused. I work at a financial institution, and so being focused with numbers, you deal with complaints, you deal with so many things that goes on, right? So being focused and be like, okay, this is, in order to achieve that goal, you must be focused on one thing, right? Because everybody, let me for the recruiters that may be thinking they'll hire me, but I say this all the time. That I'm a great multitasker. That's
Right.
I can lie. I'm really not great at multitasking. I like to focus on one thing and then make sure it's consistent and making sure that I'm able to achieve that goal.
Right.
I can't multitask. I say that in interviews. I be like, yeah, I can multitask, and I really can't. Right. So, but focusing on whatever that case is at hand and giving you that all, your all, is honestly being able to, being consistent. Right. Because you can be like, if you don't give it your all this time, you're gonna fall off the next time, and it leads to overwhelm. So, I would say being focused would be my definition of consistency for sure.
Yeah, I agree with the both of you guys, and kind of just going into me, I guess what it means to me is basically like, you guys both kind of touched on a lot of the things I wanted to say, but the most important thing for me with consistency is just simply just showing up every day and saying you're gonna do something and doing it, right? And easier said than done, for sure, because we could think, here's a good example. Me with the gym, sometimes I'd be like, I really want to work out tomorrow, right? So the night before, I'm motivated as hell, ready to go, right?
Listen, man, I've been saying I want to go to the gym for so long.
Me too.
I've been saying I wanted to build some muscles. Good muscles. You see any of these muscles? Yeah.
No.
But listen, and that's, like I said, commitment. You have to commit. And me in my busy schedule right now that I can't commit to a gym. We have a gym in my office. Like we literally do have a big gym. But I remember I tried going to the gym on my lunch hour. Me and another colleague, we tried to do it, but like the consistency, we were so busy, so we couldn't commit to that. But hey, we may be doing that summer body because your boy need a summer body.
Okay.
In the summer, and so I gotta bring that back. And so I say, you know what? I was actually just talking to a friend this morning about the gym.
Right.
Actually, we were just having a conversation about what I need to do to start. So I think knowing when to start in your is important, because sometimes it's hard to start that consistent routine. It's hard to do that because once you start it, it's like, how do you keep yourself motivated?
Right.
I think for me, it's just making it easy. Like, I don't know if you guys read books a lot, but I read Atomic Habits at the beginning of the year, and a lot of it is it teaches you how to be consistent, because what it is whenever, for example, the whole gym thing, where we say we're gonna do it the night before, we're already leaving leeway to like have those words in our head, because we might worry about, do I know what I want to do? How am I gonna look around these people? So a lot of it is just taking that out of the equation and just telling yourself, start small, If crowds make you nervous, start home and just maybe, jog on the spot or just lift some dumbbells. For me, I just, I would try to wake up every morning and go for a walk, because it's really not that hard to go for a walk. The only thing that's going to stop me is the freezing cold. And then if it's a cold morning, I try to go cooler in the day, right? So it's always just understanding what that obstacle is so you can overcome consistency. Even right now with my music, I'm trying to find ways I can write, like I got a lot of songs written, like right way out of the way, but no one knows that because I only got 2 songs on Spotify right now, right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find a way to be consistent now where I can just keep getting the songs out. And again, a lot of with music is just always that thought in your head, like, is it good enough? Will they like this? Will they like that? So it's just really breaking it down to like, I like it. Keep it simple, Yeah. And even if you don't like this, maybe you'll like another one. Just, Yeah.
Which is important. Knowing what you like, knowing how to start small is important as well. And so I am doing something that's starting small in my gym. I do walk to my office.
Yeah.
But I work I'm 7 minutes away from my office, and so I made it a routine to say, okay, I'm gonna walk to the office, I'm gonna walk back, because I remember when I first started to work in my office, I just used to Uber to the office. Like it took me like maybe 2-3 minutes to Uber to the office. Like, Tyler, you're so bougie. Like you can like use your feet and walk to the office.
Yeah.
And so I actually just bought some shoes, work shoes that actually was athletic shoes as well. Because I went to Aldo and I asked him, I said, hey, I need some professional shoes, but also it's walking shoes to keep me with fitness. And so I got some shoes to do it. And so now I enjoy walking about it because it helps with my mental health and my journey of that sort. And so that consistency that I have, I wouldn't trade it for anything and everything. So yeah.
I would say for me, I got called out last week, about a couple weeks ago from my manager. My manager said, "Yo, Rex, like I don't know what's happening to you, but you're not as happy as you was." I was like, "Excuse me, like excuse me." He's like, "I don't know, like are you having and I was having an off week." I was like, "Gee," and I was saying in the
people
previous,
know.
Like people realize, like
Because they know
your
the
personality.
they
They'd
know
be
the
like-
consistent
They'd
passion
be like,
that you
"Rex,
bring.
are you on Earth?" I'd be like, I'm really not. But she called me out. She's like,
planet,
"Rex,
different planet."
you're not the same person that you was like 2 weeks ago." And I was like, "Well, I didn't notice it." She was like, "Yeah, you something's going on." And I'd be like, "Yo, I don't know what it." I told about it was something about my mental health was like really like acting up that like this whole month, and I was like, I was trying to figure it out, but like people know. I thought I was fine, and then I realized that it's like, and then that ties into when it comes down to consistency. People constantly think that you should be happy. She wanted me to be, I mean, like I'm always happy 100 pretty much all the time, but you have to be consistent. Consistent goes with like your personality as well, right?
You're allowed to break the flow.
I am, but like she
allowed.
called me out. She's like, "Rex, I don't know. Let's go for a drink. Let's go for a drink and let's talk about it." We had the best time ever, and so I feel as if
And sometimes
we just
you're
need to
allowed-
talk. We just
Yeah.
talk. I was like, "Yo, I have a lot of stuff going on," and she was like, "Yeah, I can see, but
Yeah.
I'm here," and we talk about that strong friend. I feel as if she's my strong friend. I mean, she's my manager. She's my sister. And like I appreciate her. Her name is Ruba, but shut up. But yeah, I like she was like, "Yeah, you're not the same, Rex." So and then she knew, and I was able to fix that, and so thanks to her, I was able to, and that goes again with consistency and
You need
finding
that, and you need that motivator, that motivational
Absolutely.
person in order to continue to gain
Absolutely.
the consistency. Because
For sure.
sometimes the consistency can't happen all on your own.
Right,
No.
right,
It
right.
has to happen with a supportive person.
Right.
And that manager was that supportive person for you.
Right.
In order to help you to move forward.
Right.
Who's that supportive person that helps you? I would say, if I could answer that before you do, even though I'm asking that question.
right. Yeah.
But hey, I would say my mother.
Right.
I
Of course.
always say my mom. She's my
Same.
consistent,
Same
my
here.
consistent person who will try to bring that consistent motivational type vibe to me.
Right.
And me and my mommy, we have conversations every random day
Right.
of the day.
Nice.
And like, if I don't answer the phone, she'll be answering like, why you would answer my
Right.
phone
She'll
call?
call like 10
I don't
times
care
after.
what you're doing. I don't care
Yeah.
how busy you are. You got answer my phone because like both her and I are busy people, and she's the principal, and and so she has more. I mean, we have equal responsibilities, but I
Right.
feel like she has more responsibility.
Yeah.
Right.
On her shoulders, being principal of a big large school and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. And so I said, like, you know what? She's that type person, and I shout out to my mom. She's
Okay.
Shout out to
I
mom,
always
dudes.
try to
Mama.
shout out. I shout out to her a lot, and I think that she is that pillar that
sure.
keeps me constantly thinking.
Same here. Same here. My mom is the biggest
evolving
supporter for
to
sure.
that person. So Duffy, I want to go back. Let me don't go too much into that conversation about my mother, but who is that supportive person that keeps you going consistent after constant routine?
I'll say, I mean, it might sound selfish in a way, but I believe like true love comes like for yourself comes from a little bit of selfishness, right? But I'd say
Talk
it's
about
really
it.
me that motivates me the most. And I can say it because I'm someone that hasn't been consistent, but when I have been, I've seen the results that I need to see. You know, whether that's like when I was doing music a lot and getting the shows, getting booked, getting paid for it, or even my day trading where I'm showing up every day and like, you know, in the markets you can lose money, you can make money, but then seeing I'm making money consistently.
Right.
That's always a reminder to me to keep going hard. And like when I find times of darkness, like it's not gonna last forever, you know?
Right.
And I've been at like music, I've been at it since 2015 is when I put my first song out, and I've been writing as a poet since grade 7. So over a decade and some I've been getting used to this, and it's now just understanding the mental sides. But even with trading, just always understand that I'm the one that's responsible for majority of things that go down. So I'm basically kind of my best friend in this own journey.
Right.
But another person I would say that really keeps me motivated from their consistency is my friend Jayla James. I'm not sure if you know her, but she runs a commercial dance project called Rendezvous. And she also teaches all around the city at House of Eights. There's a few other like dance studios. I can't remember the names
Oh, she
right
needs
now.
to come into the podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the
No,
podcast.
for sure.
Have a
Definitely get
conversation.
Jayla on here because she's been my best friend since time. And like, I was even telling her the other day where it's like, we used to talk about the things we wanted to do and now she's actually doing them. It's beautiful to see, right? And I always related to myself where like, I am doing some things, but I want to do more, you know? And I always look at her where it's just like, she has so many like roadblocks and she just always made it happen, you know? I really admire that of her and anyone that does it. Like, even if I just hear a story online, you know, I'm motivated from a stranger, then I'll follow them, learn about their life. I'm just very, very motivated by people, but it starts internally for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just take in the moment just to actually feel the constant reward that we actually work hard for? Can we just take in the moment? Like,
Gotta take it in.
can you just like see it?
Right.
It's like it feels so good when you are consistent as to what you do, and then you see some of the reaping of the rewards of what you do, and like for you are constantly doing things, and I am not going to say, but I'll wait until the next episode to reveal that. But you're constantly doing things that keeps you motivated and keeps you going and stuff like that,
Right.
and it just sometimes. Once you see it, it's scary that you're there. They say, okay, I can't turn back now. I gotta keep going and stuff like
absolutely.
that. And how do you keep going? How do you go to the next level, or how do you know when it is the next level of that constant building? How do you know?
Honestly, it comes with your mindset. Like, you have to be, it's your mindset. You have to be like, yo, I want to do better things. I want to do greater things. And so once you have a passion, I had a passion from an early age. I wanted to always, expand and grow. I'm a huge believer of growth and believing that I can do it. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing that I can't do, right? So I'm a big believer that if you have that mindset, I feel as if that you're golden. You're golden to chase.
That's
you're
really
golden
what
to
it
chase
starts
the
with.
world for sure.
That's really what starts with, just your mindset.
Exactly.
Because literally anything you do in the present, just even me coming here for the interview.
Right.
And I had to think about it and really bring myself here. Because it easily could have been something where I could have had too much anxiety and just, could have said, oh, sorry guys, I can't make it, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, you always got to like run with that same confidence and just that mindset of like, I am going to be able to do this, show up and do it no matter what. you know?
And then I like, Will Smith said a comment, a quote that I like so much. He was like, the biggest success is behind failure. Because
Absolutely.
people be so scared of failure.
Oh, tell me about
People be
it.
so scared of failure.
Absolutely.
Like, they be
Listen,
like,
that's so stressful. Like, I mean, I like success and I love
like
succeeding,
success,
but listen,
but,
not
like,
failing
you have to
hard.
fail.
I mean, like, you have to fail. You have to fail in order for you,
have
to
to
actually
experiment.
grow and experiment
Exactly.
with what hasn't worked from that part. And I've realized that coming here in Canada and being here with diverse people and diverse perspective and stuff like that. Shout out to my organization, Teamwork Cooperative. I always try to say that they are the ones who give me that big opportunity to do things and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just thought to bring them into the conversation.
Quick shout out.
But hey, good shout out. It's a good
Show all the
halfway
love,
shout out.
man. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, I think about also like you said about the mindset, and when you said I believe, and the song that come up to mind is I believe that I can make it. I can make it through the night.
Okay.
I believe that I can walk on with my head held high. I believe that I am special in every way. And I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but you know what I mean. I believe that I can make it. Like if you could make it, if you know that you can make it through a day,
Right.
and you know that you can make it actually through 1 second of actually getting something done.
Well, that's the thing too. Like you just said, if you know you can do those small things, that's what matters.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because I feel like in this society now, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to like achieve certain things, because whether it's a PR age,
Right.
like you know, they could have gotten this big car or big promotion, whatever it is. We always say to ourselves, we need to do that. When in fact we haven't even started from the bottom where they did. And that's another thing. I guess the topic is consistency, but I'm kind of going on social media here. I feel like it kind of hinders us because people only really show you what they want you to see.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, for
There
sure.
is people that will be very transparent with you and let you know, like, even in the trading world, like I see losers, I see winners every day, and that can motivate you even to be like, to not learn to do what they did, but also to just be motivated that like they got here and I can one day too. But you just need to understand what it really is, because when you get your mind wrapped into these expectations that you're putting on yourself that you shouldn't even put in yourself in the first place, it can just slow you down.
Right.
Because you do psych yourself over things and you're just like, that's too much to handle. You're trying to go to like level 20 instead of starting on level 1.
Right.
You know?
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
This has been an important conversation.
It has been for sure.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Wow.
Consistency.
I didn't get the cue, but
Hey!
I tried to get on cue, try to post it at the same time, right?
Yeah. Listen, Duffy, thank you so much for bringing this topic of choice. And we'll be
Yes.
actually bringing this back. We'll be bringing something like this in at sort of future episodes. Topic of choice, allowing other guests to bring a topic of choice so that we can expand on a conversation. I love that we actually started with you on this pilot area, and it worked. It worked.
It did. It sure
actually
did. It sure
so
did.
the next co-host, Josh Deal, beware. You will be here. My boy Josh is not here today, but hey, he'll be back to the studio for more of that conversation, and he'll be with us as well. Thank you so much, Duffy.
Appreciate it.
Thank
My
you
pleasure.
much.
My pleasure.
It's been really good. Consistency. When you are going in leadership, be constant of the values that you have for yourself. Love yourself. Know that you're worth it. Know that you can do it. Know that you have all what it takes. Hey, see you at the next episode.
See you.
Peace.
Peace.
Awesome.